Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Yeah. The fact that she was in front of the bookshelf, and she said she found the closest thing, which was the bottle, which was quite a distance away, which that couldn't possibly have been it. Something might have happened between those two interactions.
Odd. Huh? Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
True. It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Okay, what?
Your wish is my command, darling.
Oh man. I want that. It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is... Wait, what? What?
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
That doesn't make
When
sense.
did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No, that's wrong.
That also makes sense.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
Yep.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
Oh, is it because of the blood spat? It has to be. As it proves.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf.
Yep.
The blood stained by the magazines is proof of that.
And she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
No, how will she carry that gigantimous body? She can't lift up Sakura, she's a fragile one. There's no way for that.
All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Oh my gosh, you're dumb.
Hey, come on now, look at me! I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors!
Yeah.
There's no way I can move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that!
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
No.
But...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Nope.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
No.
And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
Yep. The reason Toko wasn't in the locker was...
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside.
Yep.
And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
No, she had left.
No! What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
Also, nice tongue.
You're lying.
No, she's not lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
Yeah, duh.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
Duh.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
That's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we be missing something so important? Another possible explanation might be I legit don't know.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her.
Nope, it was the poison. Poison.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood.
Yep.
I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death.
Uh-huh.
In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
Uh-huh.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood.
True.
Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
Yikes. She legit went inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
That's when you bring in... Oh no, I can't say that. That's too edgy.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a
I'm sorry I have to go to sleep soon. For me it's 2:40 a.m. and me and my sister have a thing where we stay up till 2:45 each night.
Alright, don't worry. Have a good night. Sleep well. And hopefully you come by later for the next stream. Don't forget to follow and subscribe and whatnot. Have a good night.
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely,
Poison.
Sakura was poisoned.
There we go.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
True.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Oh yeah, you are.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible.
It's
Is it
true
really
though.
so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? And I could have found it all along.
What?
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Ha!
Well, yeah, good point.
Whoa.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle.
Yep.
But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
Yep.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
It was in Section A. Yes.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
Huh.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison in his lips and
Master!
we were so shocked at what we were seeing. All we could do is stand there and watch. But if this were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
What are you talking about?
This dietary thing. Powder.
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Oh, sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out bits of contents in one finger. She touched the finger with her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Huh?
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which means, conversely, the poison must have been. Could it be? Hello, Ether is B. Exter. I cannot read for anything. Handman's Gambit. Uh-oh. Roll. Two. E. N. Dr. Re. K. Protein drink.
Now I understand.
I cannot spell.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can.
True.
If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. The contents of each container were...
Damn it. The contents of each container were
So
switched.
the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Oof.
Holy crap!
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene? Protein drink?
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
You look like byakuya without glasses, LUL.
Yeah, it's kind of true. Not gonna lie. Yeah, because Byakuya is definitely blonde. What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, honestly, I was gonna get a imposter Byakuya model and then use that as my 3D avatar. Because I found one on a website and I never figured out how to use it.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
Oof.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison.
Yikes.
I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Yep, so do I.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The footprints. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Yes.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point.
Yep.
They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
Yes.
What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison.
What?
The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
Wait, what?
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
Why did he just randomly stop?
It was me.
Oh no.
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you
Oh,
hear
no.
it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep,
Oof.
I did it. I killed Sakura.
A twist! A twist! Oh, last twist!
Just as I suspected.
It's getting interesting now! Look at this murder mystery!
The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Me and Hina.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so byakuya. That explains why you...
These footprints must be...
Not Hina. We can't
Makoto.
lose Hina.
Are they yours?
Who's gonna be the Ikandi after she's gone?
No! Okay, let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints
Oh,
didn't
don't
belong
worry.
to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began.
How
You were
so?
in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
Oof.
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
That she would do it.
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way.
What?
Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her.
Wow.
She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Is it true? Did you really... kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right?
No.
That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
No.
And then she downed it. And then
Hold it.
There we go. Thank you, Coco.
I'm not convinced.
Yeah, you tell him.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you?
Okay, that's not what we're
Still
arguing.
don't get it, do you? The game-honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
Yeah.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Yes.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina,
Not that.
if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not. Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Impossible.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
Do it. Do it. Tell him, Naegi. Tell him, Naegi.
I mean,
Impossible.
why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint?
Yes. Tell him, Naegi.
It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Damn, I want some protein coffee now.
Oh, you like protein coffee? Like Sakura? Sakura. Big.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Alright.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go
You'll
ahead, Hina.
hear.
Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
I like coffee and adding protein won't hurt.
Like protein shakes are good in itself. You put the protein, you put some ice cream, you put some bananas, you put some strawberries, you put some milk, you put some ice. You put some chocolate powder. You go. And then get a cup and go. And then another cup and then. Oh yeah, you forgot the blueberries. Alright, give me a sec. Alright, here you go. 2 cups of protein shake.
Right away, I went to section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them.
Lies! I know for a fact Sakura did it because it's on her shoes. It is on the top part layer. That is why it is yellow. She dropped it.
As long as you
and
work
she
out, that
switched
is.
it.
If you consume excess protein without working out, that can actually be bad for your kidneys.
Bro, this is why I don't drink it.
Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
Why does she sound like a child?
That story you just told. First you went to section C to get the poison, then moved to section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from section
anime.
C to section A. Do I have that correct?
What are you talking about, Exter? What are you talking about? What do you mean, cause anime?
Yeah.
But if that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Hear that again, Byakuya? Got it memorized. And now, look at what actually happens. How long? Until we figure it out. until I cover the full truth of this case. I got it. I already know it.
Japanese voice actresses do high-pitched voices for the characters, and that carries over to the English dub to a lesser extent.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C.
Lies!
No, that's wrong. You said you went to get the poison from section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein.
Mm-hmm.
But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A.
Yep.
That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
Mm-hmm. I was just nervous, so I didn't notice that I left footprints.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us, plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section A. So you never went to section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved section A.
Well... You see...
What the?
Oh, Byakuya, your world is crumbling right before your eyes. Oh, naive Byakuya, you thought you solved the case. You thought it was all over, but it was I. Deal!
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Yes.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Yes, there is. Yes, there definitely is.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Ooh.
Did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me.
Ooh.
I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Ooh.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
Oh, Byakuya, he's so triggered. Oh, poor Byakuya. His world.
I found this.
What'd you find? A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then.
Ooh!
Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Tell him, Makoto.
Huh? Me?
Yes, you.
If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Do it. The sharded glass. The rec room window.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
Mm-hmm.
How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
Mm-hmm.
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? A?
I got it! poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow...
I wish Byakuya had choked on the glass shard. Would serve him right for the drama queen move of chugging the poison.
I was like, and then he actually dies. I was like, it's not poison, I swear. Dies. Oh man, that would have been hilarious.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
Yes.
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked.
Oh.
There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
Coughs up blood
Once
whelp
the room
shit.
was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab.
Yes. Also lol.
Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there.
Yes. Oh.
That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
Oh, Byakuya. Oh, Byakuya. What is wrong, oh, Byakuya? You can't process all this. Are you sure you're the ultimate prodigy? Is this a little too big for your small brain of yours? Have you become quite flat? Has Makoto surpassed you in knowledge? Not considering all options, are we?
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Oh, I could definitely say the glass shards under the protein can.
We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
Oh, I know exactly.
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
No. Yes.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, Why you sound suspicious?
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Oh, Byakuya. Oh, sweet Byakuya. How wrong you are. The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. Okay. I got this.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No.
Yes.
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time.
No.
It had to be. It was
In there before the wreck room.
I got you. I got you.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Oh, you're about to find out. I'm about to summon it.
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.